Turn the key, the door creaked wide. Dusty air and space inside. The couch still leans where we once lay, but nothing warm has chose to stay. The record stack, the books half read, a note you left, a word unsaid. The echo of your morning hum now hides inside the ticking drum. I'm back to empty rooms tonight, shadows dancing in pale light. You're left without a bang or bruise, just silence and your fading shoes. I water plants that stop their bloom. I talk to ghosts in every room. The road's piano hums along, like it remembers all our songs. I thought this house could hold us still, but walls can't hold what's lost at will. And every light I switch back on reminds me that you're truly gone. I'm back to empty rooms again, with just the keys and phantom rain. And though your scent still haunts the air, your love's no longer anywhere. We sat across a quiet bar. Your eyes were near, but thoughts were far. You held your drink, you bit your tongue, and all I heard was what's unsung. The lights were low, your smile unsure, a ghost of what we had before. You raised a glass but didn't toast, just sipped to dreams that hurt the most. This love's a half-filled glass, you see. One side you, one side me. We drank the spark, we lost the flame, and only silence still remains. I tried to pour my heart again, but you just nodded through the pain. The jazz guitar played soft and slow, like endings that we'd never show. And though you didn't say goodbye, the space between us told a lie. A quiet clink, the ice that thought our story paused, never resolved. This love's a half-filled glass, we know, still on the table, but holding hand, as if you always understand. I meant to say I loved your laugh, that cut my sadness right in half. But every time I reached for light, my shadow always pulled me tight. These are things I meant to say, but silence got in love's own way. I wrote them down in dreams and songs, and kept them quiet for too long. The guitar hums like you once did, in chordal truths that I kept hid. I play them now with aching grace, and wish I'd said them to your face. Sometimes the words we never speak become the ones we always keep. And though you're gone, they live in me, the voice you never got to see. These are things I'll never send, no letter sealed, no final end. But in the strings they're still in view, the things I meant to say to you. My wristwatch stopped at 4:15, the day you said you'd leave the scene. The wall clock ticks but out of sync, and I just sit too tired to think. The jazz guitar plays half a line, like broken thoughts inside my spine. The melody forgets its turn, like time itself refuses burn. All the clocks are wrong today. They skip, they stall, they fade away. Since you walked out that final dawn, the hours pass but never move on. I tried to set the hands anew, but they all spin and none for you. The chords don't land, they hover slow, like seconds stretched in undertow. You took the rhythm when you left every tick in disarray. Now all I hear are notes and sighs, and broken time beneath gray skies. All the clocks are wrong tonight, and love no longer tells what's right. So I just sit with shattered song and wait where you were all I wrote you words I couldn't say, then folded them and walked away. Left them on the kitchen chair beneath the vase beside your stair. The paper thin, the ink still blue. My heart poured out in lines to you, but morning came, you didn't look, just grabbed your keys and left the nook. Folded notes on the table stay, waiting for the right replay. A song unsung, a page unturned, a silent flame that slowly burned. The piano plays a patient tune, like sunlight crawling past the moon. I read the note again last night, as if your voice might make it right. Some love is quiet, some unclaimed, some only lives when left unnamed. And though the words were never read, they still remain, though love has fled. Folded notes on the table lie like shadows caught beneath goodbye. If you return, you'll see them still, a truth I couldn't speak, but feel. You used to call at 8 p.m. We'd talk till midnight, felt like 10. But now I stare into my phone while silence fills this hollow home. The roads between us never end, each mile a word you didn't send. I scroll through texts that never came and whisper softly just your name. Miles of silence, nothing more, no echoes knocking at my door. I wait through days that speak in code on this long and quiet road. Your saxophone still plays in dreams, in smoky bars and faded scenes. But every note you used to blow is gone, just air without a soul. but you don't signal, not a sight. And so I sing into the air, pretending that you're somewhere there. Miles of silence, notes unplayed, a love we let drift and fade. No voicemail, no returning tone, just miles. And I'm still alone. You never asked me why I stayed when all the colors turned to gray. You never asked about my dreams or why I cried behind the seams. The trumpet played a ghostly line, like someone reading every sign. You smiled but never touched the ache. I held so tight I thought I'd break. You didn't ask where I would go when silence settled in the glow of quiet dinners, half-said words and glances trapped like caged-up birds. I wondered if you didn't care, or just too kind to press the air. You never asked what I had lost, or how I bore that hidden cost. These are the things you never asked, the feelings left behind the mask, the heavy pause, the turning head, the lonely side of our shared bed. You never asked why I grew still, or why I cried against my will. And so I stayed, but wore a cast made from the things you never asked. I waited once for you to say, is something wrong? Are you okay? But all we shared were subtle signs that love had slipped between the lines. The trumpet sang what I withheld, a note of sorrow softly spelled. You kissed my cheek, then turned away, and that's how we forgot to stay. Some people leave with doors wide open, some vanish with no words spoken, but I just stayed a ghost in skin while hoping you'd come search within. It wasn't fights or cruel neglect, but just a love we didn't check. You never asked the things that bled, and I ran dry with words unsaid. These are the things you'll never know, because you didn't choose to go beneath the smile, beneath the roll, to find the silence in my soul. And now we drift apart at last, held by the things you never asked. The trumpet fades into the dusk, like one last sigh of gentle rust. You didn't lie, you didn't mask, you just forgot to ever ask. I wrote again last night at 2. Just ask, how are you, out the blue. I watch the screen stay dry and blank, while heartbeats fill the empty tank. The trumpet moaned its silent cry, like clouds that pass without a sky. You used to dance to every tone. Now I'm just playing it alone. No reply in blue tonight, just fading stars and traffic lights. I send my soul across the wire, but your side never caught the fire. The music sways like thoughts of you, each muted note a shade of truth. I speak in brass and smoke in dreams. You speak in silence, it redeems. A heartbeat echo I can't feel. The trumpet sighs, the night is wide, but you won't play the other side. No reply in blue, just air. My love still floats but finds no care. And if you hear this trumpet's cry, just know it's me who never said goodbye. You open lips, then close them tight. The moment passed into the night. I watched your hands betray your mind, a tremble lost in measured time. The lamp was low, the coffee cold, the story paused, the lie half told. I waited there, one breath behind, a sentence stuck you left behind. And in your eyes a flicker burned, a phrase you wished you never learned. But silence swept across your face and turned your truth to empty space. What you almost said still rings through quiet rooms and tangled strings, a half-formed word, a haunted sigh, a love that never learned to fly. You didn't speak, I didn't stay, but still I hear you every day. The muted guitar played soft and slow, like shadows dancing on your soul. You stirred your drink, then looked away. The moment asked, but you betrayed. You smiled like someone playing parts, a mask worn tight around your heart. You nearly reached, then pulled back in, as if confessing were a sin. There's music in the things we hide, the melodies we keep inside. And though no word escaped your mouth, I felt the storm you kept in drought. What you almost said still rings through years of quiet, ghostly things. It never died, it only waits in echoes of unopened gates. You never spoke, but I still knew. The silence said it all from you. I hear it now in midnight haze, in quiet drives, in minor praise, in books I read, in songs I hum, in every place I should have run. I say your name when I'm alone, in thoughts that curl like saxophone. The sentence hangs, it never ends. A letter torn, I never send. What you almost said remains, like lipstick marks on window panes, like perfume fading into air, like footprints gone but still not bare. You didn't say it, I replied, with silence louder than your pride. And now we speak in dreams and signs, and silent looks and paused lines. You never said, I never stayed, but still we almost made. We almost made.
You smiled so wide in that old shot, that summer light, the love we got. I framed it just above the bed, but now it whispers what we said. The colors fade, the edges curl, but there you are, my whole old world. The muted guitar softly plays, and time rewinds for just a phrase. There are echoes through the frame, each line repeating just your name. Though you're not here, you're still the sound in every chord that comes around. I hold the photo to my chest, your laughter plays within my breath. And though the world keeps moving past, this moment's one, I'll make it last. A string, a sigh, a whispered line. You're still the rhythm in my spine. The song we made still gently plays through yellowed glass and yesterdays. That are echoes through the frame of joy, of sorrow, none to blame. A still life love we couldn't save now sings from inside picture frames. We met in spring beneath the cherry tree. The world was soft, just you and me. Your laugh was warm, your eyes were new, and every breath was filled with you. Summer came with golden skies, our but seasons turn with silent grace, and something vanished from your face. There are seasons between us now, a garden we forgot to plow. I call your name through falling leaves, but all that answer is the breeze. Autumn left a trail of sighs, like faded sun in colder skies. We spoke less than not at all, like trees that brace for winter's call. There are seasons between our hearts, too far gone to restart. I reach for you in frozen nights, but you're a shadow lost in light. If I could trap the spring in jars and bottle warmth from morning stars, I'd send it to your colder place in hopes to thaw your frozen face. There are seasons between us now, and none of them remember how we held the world in open hands before time slipped like golden sand. I still stand where flowers grew, but all the colors left with you. Your fingers brushed against my skin, a quiet flame we held within. No fireworks, no sharp goodbyes, just ashes drifting in our eyes. You lit a smoke with hands so slow, as if the night would never go. I watched the tendrils rise and fade, like all the vows we never made. Fingertips of smoke and sound, a clarinet that circles round. Your breath, your sigh, your shadows wait, all leave before they can translate. The silence spoke what we both knew, that staying now would be untrue. The night held fast, the air stood still, yet nothing stronger than your will. I tried to speak, the words dissolved, like smoke we never could resolve. And when the last note took its flight, you disappeared into the night. Fingertips of smoke remain, a final breath, a gentle pain. The clarinet plays low and wide for everything we left inside. Wisps of smoke remain, a final breath, a gentle pain. The clarinet plays low and wide for everything we left inside. You said you'd be by dawn. One more trip and then you're home. I kissed your coat, I watched you leave. The platform shook beneath my grave. The train moved slow but felt so fast, as if it knew this ride would last. The bass line thumped like my own heart, each note a mile we'd grow apart. Left behind at the station door, just me and echoes on the floor. No hand to hold, no window wave, just empty tracks and songs we gave. I watched the sky turn steel and red, the coffee cold, the words unsaid. The upright bass just hums your name while I replay our last refrain. The board says nothing's on delay, but something in me's gone away. You missed the train back to my soul, and now I'm here, but not quite whole. Left behind at the station still, the bass walks slow but never will bring back the rhythm we once knew. It just keeps pulsing without you. You sent a line so short, so plain, just words without a hint of pain. No punctuation, no regard, just silence dressed in greeting cards. I stared at it 100 times, then typed out truth in quiet rhymes. But every time I clicked erase, afraid my heart would lose its place. The cello sighed beneath the light as I rewrote the things I might have told you if the past was kind, if I had braved what I couldn't find. I drafted hope, I drafted pain, I wrote the way you said my name. But then I paused and closed the screen and left it there, unread, unseen. This is my unwritten reply, the voice I muted asking why. A melody I couldn't send, a letter never meant to end. You'll never know the words I meant, because my silence was content. I saw you post a photograph. You look the same, still wore that scarf. I almost pressed react or write, but left the moment out of sight. What could I say that wouldn't bruise? What kind of truth did I refuse? The cello sang what I denied, a song of things I left inside. Some hearts don't break, they just go still. They keep the shape, they keep the will. They beat in quiet, hidden keys beneath the chords of memories. I never told you what I felt. I held it in and let it melt into the strings that softly weep for love too fragile to keep. This is my unwritten reply, a tender wound I can't deny. I frame the words with care and grace, then let them fade without a trace. Perhaps you sensed it in the air, a voice that loved you but stayed bare. And now the cello bows goodnight, a quiet song, no need to fight. I whisper truth to falling rain. My love was real, though unproclaimed. I spoke in silence, soft and shy. This was my unwritten reply. I never told you why I stayed or why I looked the other way. You never asked, but somehow knew the things I couldn't say to you. Our hands would meet, then pull apart like frightened birds or half a start. We shared a silence rich and wide, where feelings lived but couldn't hide. The trumpet whispered all I meant in notes more honest than intent. You'd smile like someone who had heard a love that didn't need the word. You always saw through what I masked and never pushed and never asked. And that was love in its own way, the kind that doesn't beg to stay. I never said I love you still. You felt it when the night stood still, in how I brewed your morning tea, in how I stayed and didn't flee. You knew anyway, through every pause, through quiet care and all its flaws. The words I feared to let you hear were louder just by being near. There were no fights, no final cries, just gentle looks and soft goodbyes. You left your scarf upon the chair, as if to say I know you care. I touched it once, then looked away. My heart too tired to make you stay. You gave me grace I didn't earn, a silent love that doesn't burn. Some people need to hear it said, while others feel it in their stead. You read the quiet in my breath, the ache I held, the inner depth. And when I failed to find the line, you met me where the shadows shine. Not every love must raise its voice, some loves just echo with their choice. You knew anyway, before the fall, before the echo filled the hall, before we folded what we had into a memory warm and sad. I never said it, but you knew that every hush was made for you. Now trumpet calls in distant tone, and I sit still but not alone, for what we had still softly plays, and all the love we didn't phrase. You knew it all without delay. I never said it, you knew anyway. I walked the boulevard alone. The night was deep, the breeze had grown. The bench we shared still holds its shape, but not your voice, not your escape. I passed the corner where you kissed. That moment now is just a mist. The trumpet cries like city rain, remembering what we can't regain. Street lights don't remember love, they flicker high and shine above. But no one knows the steps we took, the way we burned, the time we shook. The cafe closed, the window cold, the same old streets, but we grew old. I whispered you to alley air, but nothing turned and no one cared. The muted horn begins to moan, a sound that knows I'm not alone. These lights still glow for other hearts, but not for ours, now torn apart. Violet don't remember names, they just illuminate our games. And though I walk with fading grace, they shine on someone else's face. fading grace. They shine on someone else's face. You asked me once, are you okay? I smiled and softly looked away. There was so much I couldn't voice, so I just left you with a choice. I wore the calm, I wore the grace, while storms were dancing in my face. I hid the truth in careful tone, afraid to break, afraid to own. The violin began to wake. With every note my silence faded. You reached for me, I held back fast, still haunted by a broken past. I meant to say I'm scared to lose, but fear will wrap you up like shoes. I walked away with hollow pride and left the truth I meant to hide. What I meant to say was please don't go, that I still care more than you know, that nights are long and days feel gray without the warmth you used to lay. What I meant to say was I'm not fine, that I still wish that you were mine, but I just nodded, played my part, while silence tore apart my heart. I thought I had more time to speak, that love was something slow and meek, but moments pass like falling leaves, and all we're left with are beliefs. I thought that you would understand, that you could read my shaking hands, but love needs more than subtle signs. It needs the courage to define. I wrote you letters in my head, composed of tears I never shed. The violin sang every line that fear and doubt left far behind. I never told you I still dream of holding you in silence deep, of all the words I never dared, and how I wish that you had cared. What I meant to say was stay with me, that you're still where I long to be, but I just stood and watched you fade and let the ending masquerade. What I meant to say was forgive, but I forgot how to admit, so now I sing where I once stayed, the words I meant to laid relayed. The violin now gently weeps for all the truths our silence keeps, and maybe you still sometimes hear the love I meant but cloaked in fear. What I meant to say, I sing today. I used to wish on every star, send silent prayers to where you are. I lit a flame with every night and watched it flame
flicker out of sight. But now the sky feels heavy closed, as if the moon itself had froze. The trumpet whispers low and wide, like wind that's got no place to hide. No space left in the sky above for broken hearts or endless love. I fill the night with all I knew, but none of it came back from you. I write your name in breath and ash, but stars don't speak, they only flash. The music plays, the horn still bends in tones that never find their end. I gave the universe my all, but sometimes stars just let you fall, and even heaven won't reply when love's run out of room to try. No space left in the sky tonight, no room for dreams or second light, just fading brass and burning blue, and all my words still stuck on you. I wrote your name in every drop of rain, as if the sky could carry my pain. I sealed my words in clouds of gray, but the wind just blew them far away. I watched the ink begin to run, like time escaping what we'd begun. Each letter washed into the street, where lonely shadows tend to meet. These letters in the rain, they never reach you. Each one a thought I couldn't say. They disappear in puddles near my feet, like memories slowly fading day by day. I speak your name through window glass, but all that answers is the past. My coffee cools, the room grows still, while silence wraps around my will. These letters in the rain, they blur and vanish,
just like the promises we made. No envelope, no stamp, no hand, just sorrow soaked in yesterday. I used to write in golden ink, now every line just makes me sink. But still I trace your name again beneath the endless crying rain. These letters in the rain, they say I miss you, though time has torn the words apart, and every drop upon this page is just a tear that left my heart. So if you ever feel the storm, know I was there, still writing warm.
You stood there with your suitcase down, the taxi waiting by the sound. You looked at me with searching eyes, like someone hoping for a sign. Your mouth half open, breath held tight, my heart a storm I couldn't fight. In that moment truth was near, but silence wrapped around my fear. I could have said don't go just yet, I could have begged, I could have wept, but pride is such a quiet thief, it robs the soul and hides beneath. You turned and walked your steps unsure, I stayed like stone, love insecure. The guitar strummed what I betrayed, the words I didn't find or say. When I didn't say stay, you left, without a scream, without a theft. But in my silence, loud and plain, I carved our love with quiet pain. And now each night I close my eyes and whisper all I let go by. The days go on, the scenes replay, the jacket you wore, that shade of gray, your fingers brushing mine by chance, a hesitation, one last glance. I should have stepped across the space, should have touched your sleeve, your face, should have found one brave cliche, but all I did was look away. And now I live with echoes faint, with all the words I didn't paint. I write them now in melody, a song for who I didn't be. Sometimes it hurts more to restrain than risk a fall, than bear the rain. And though I seem to move just fine, I'm haunted by that fragile line. When I didn't say stay, you knew the love unspoken can undo. You didn't cry, you didn't plead, but left behind what we both need. And I remain with what I lack, the strength to pull your leaving back. The guitar hums a soft goodbye, each string a wish, each note a sigh. I speak too late, I sing too low, but hope you hear it in the flow. If I could turn that day around, I'd find the words, I'd make the sound. But now it's just this song I play, the one I wrote, too late to say.
watched you stare across the floor, so close yet further than before. The room was full, but we were bare. The silence hanging in the air. The trumpet whispered what I felt, notes bending low where words had knelt. You look like someone trying not to speak the truth your eyes had caught. On your side of the silence stood the love we never understood. You didn't reach, I didn't call, and in between we lost it all. I leaned a bit, you moved away, as if the night might let us stay in limbo sweet where nothing breaks and silence hides the hearts it takes. The trumpet moaned like quiet tears, like time dissolving all our years. I wondered if you felt the same, but never dared to speak your name. On your side of the silence still, I wait where words had lost their will. And though you said no final line, the silence was entirely mine. You never needed me to say the words we both let slip away. You always saw behind my eyes the things I fought, the soft goodbyes. The guitar hummed beneath the light, a melody that held me tight. And though I never said it clear, you felt it every time. My dear, I traced your name in folded sheets, in morning light and shuffled beats. I poured you love in quiet ways, like waiting tea in sunlit days. You never asked for poems or vows, you read my soul without a sound. And in that stillness love would bloom without the need to fill These are the words you didn't need, the ones I held but didn't plead. You knew by how I touched your sleeve, or lingered long before I'd leave. I didn't say I'm scared to lose, or stay with me, whatever you choose. But still you stayed at least a while, with every sigh, with every smile. We spoke in silences so full of meaning, sweet and beautiful. A look, a pause, a dinner shared, 1,000 ways to say I cared. And now you're gone, yet still I feel that love was honest, deep and real. You left with grace, no final plea, just trusted I had loved you quietly. Sometimes the words get in the way and strip the moment's truth away. You taught me love can just be still, a choice, a warmth, a silent will. I sing them now, not to regret, but to remember, not forget, that even things we didn't say can live beyond the light of day. These are the words you didn't miss, the ones you felt in every kiss. I wish I'd said them once or twice, but maybe silence can suffice. You were the calm, I was the tide, and though we drifted with the sky, I hope you knew you always were the song I couldn't free. The guitar fades in gentle time, still finger pricked with loss and rhyme. And though I've written every need, you were the love who didn't need the words.
The clock strikes 1, I close my eyes. You come in fragments, soft and wise. Your voice, a candle in my room, but midnight fades too soon. The begins to moan, a melody that once was home. You held me close in every phrase. Now time just pulls the sound away. Midnight fades too soon for me. I wanna sleep inside your key, but dawn arrives and you dissolve, a mystery I can't resolve. The city wakes while I rewind and try to freeze what's left behind. But shadows shift and light betrays the love that the clarinet still sings your name, a weeping song I cannot tame. It echoes soft inside my spine, as if your breath is still in mine. Midnight lazy breaks the spell, and you return to where you dwell. But till the stars can shine once more, I'll wait beside our closing door.
Higher ongoings. For Lure of City, clocks and signs in the way that I will have to think short song ideas. Otherwise, you take put into the half paper of comfortables for in pre-fleets. 152, a night strings agent on what appropriate thirst. I borrowings are for social with that.
The rain had just begun to fall. You walked ahead, I trailed the hall. Your coat still held the smell of June, our silence humming like a tune. I almost said your name out loud, but fear can gather like a cloud. You reached the door, your hand half raised. The moment stalled, the time delayed. The guitar strummed its trembling song, like truth that's held in place too long. You didn't turn but paused a beat, as if you felt me underneath. My mouth was dry, my pulse unsure, the words too honest to endure. I told myself you wouldn't stay, but deep inside I hoped you may. You almost turned around, I saw the way your shoulders held the floor. Between goodbye and holding tight, between retreat and making right. But I stood still and let you go, and now I'll never fully know if one more step, one single sound could have made you turn around. The world kept spinning, days moved on, but something from that night lives on, a ghost inside unfinished thoughts, a warmth that time has never caught. I picture you in other towns, still walking slow, still looking down, still wondering if I was near, still haunted by what you might hear. There's no great fight, no sharp regret, just little moments steeped in sweat, just half a smile, a quiet doubt, a life we almost talked about. The strings keep ringing in my mind, the things things I didn't say in time. And though you're gone, I still replay that nearly turn you made that day. You almost turned around, it's true, and part of me still waits for you inside that hole, inside that light that held the end we didn't fight. I wish I'd called, I wish I'd run, but I just froze, and now it's done. So if you ever think of me in quiet rooms or memory, just know I saw you hesitate. I saw the choice, I saw the wait. And maybe love was never found, but still you almost turned around.
I found the record on the shelf. You used to play it by yourself. The cover torn, the sleeve turned gray, but still it sings of yesterday. Wipe the dust with steady care and place the needle like a prayer. The upright bass began to hum, a rhythm slow, a beating drum. Dust on the vinyl crackles and sighs, echoes of love that never dies. Your laughter in the background play still haunts this rainy Saturday. Still up, 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 way. Up, 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 ba da ba da 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 da. The music stumbles, skips and sways like we did in our final days. Each groove a memory wrapped in sound of moments lost but never found. Dust on the vinyl, spinning shelf. You used to play it by yourself. The cover torn, the sleeve turned gray, but still it sings of yesterday. I wipe the dust with steady care and place the needle like a prayer. The upright bass began to hum, a rhythm slow, a beating drum. Dust on the vinyl crackles and sighs, echoes of love that never dies. Your laughter in the background play still haunts this rainy Saturday. The music stumbles, skips, and sways like we did in our final days. Each groove a memory wrapped in sound of moments lost but never found. Dust on the vinyl, spinning low. I let it play what I won't show, and in that groove you live again. For just one side, for just one. Put it in.